In this video, I'll share 40 of the most important life lessons I've learned the hard way. This is what each and every successful person out there use, and what you'll be watching is a shortcut to invaluable knowledge. I assure you that if you truly listen, understand, and put the majority of these principles into practice, you will experience a profound and positive transformation in your life. News consumption. This is one of the most important ways to shield yourself from a wide range of negative outcomes that will most surely affect your well-being. Of course, it's not about being ignorant or shielding yourself completely from the world's problems, but the constant stream of news can be overwhelming and highly damaging. The media agencies and news outlets are designed to keep you engaged with their content as long as possible. They're doing business and you are the product. The sooner you'll fully realize that, the better you'll be. Moreover, it's essential to be aware of how news is presented. Media outlets often use sensationalism to grab attention, which can distort our perception of reality. A research article published in the Journal of Communication highlighted how news stories are often framed in a way that emphasizes threats, which can lead to a skewed perception of risk and increased feelings of vulnerability. Daily me time. Carving out time exclusively for yourself is crucial. It's not just about relaxation, it's about reconnecting with yourself. Whether it's enjoying a quiet coffee in the morning, journaling, or just sitting quietly for a few minutes, this time allows you to center yourself and prepare for the day ahead. It's like pressing a reset button on your stress levels. The University of Rochester found that individuals who engage in solitary activities that they personally enjoy experience lower levels of stress and are more likely to feel relaxed and at peace. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. It's essential for your mental and emotional health. Number 3, laugh it out. A significant study by researchers at Loma Linda University in California revealed fascinating insights into the power of laughter. They found that laughter can lower levels of stress hormones, reduce inflammation in the arteries, and increase the good HDL cholesterol. The study highlights how laughter can contribute to not just mental well-being, but also heart health. Laughter is a powerful tool. It's not just about the momentary joy, it's about shifting your perspective. Find humor in everyday situations, enjoy a comedy show, or reminisce about funny memories. When we laugh, our body releases endorphins, which are natural stress busters. So, a good chuckle isn't just fun, it's also a way to keep your mental health in check. Move your body. I know it's not always easy to motivate yourself to do some exercise, especially if you have a sedentary job, but believe me, the effort is so worth it. One pivotal study conducted by the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that exercising for 15 minutes a day or walking for an hour reduces the risk of major depression by 26%. The study underscores the importance of even moderate levels of exercise for mental health, suggesting that regular physical activity can be as effective as antidepressants in preventing episodes of depression. Exercise is about more than just staying fit, it's a way to clear your mind. When you're feeling tense, a bit of physical activity can be a game changer. It doesn't have to be a full-blown workout. A short walk, some light stretching, or even dancing to your favorite song can boost your mood and energy levels. It's about finding joy in movement and letting that positivity flow through you. Nature time. Spending time in nature is like a natural reset button for your mind. Whether it's a walk in a park, a hike in the woods, or just sitting by a lake, being surrounded by nature has a calming effect. It helps us to slow down, breathe in fresh air, and gain a sense of peace and perspective. One landmark research from the University of East Anglia has compiled evidence from over 140 studies involving more than 290 million people. They found that exposure to green space significantly reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, premature death, preterm birth, stress, and high blood pressure. Another study by Stanford University researchers found that participants who walked in a natural setting for 90 minutes showed reduced activity in a brain region associated with a key factor in depression. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude can transform the way you see the world. Start or end your day by reflecting on things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a sunny day, a good meal, or the support of a friend. Gratitude helps shift focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering a sense of contentment and well-being. Keeping a gratitude journal has been found to be an extremely efficient way to practice this incredibly powerful method of enhancing your state of mind. We're working hard to be able to provide you with an amazing gratitude journal, and you can find the link to it in the description as soon as it becomes available. Social media. In the digital age, social media has become a prominent part of our lives, often leading to comparisons with others' seemingly perfect lives. By being aware of the potential negative impacts of social media consumption, especially the tendency to compare ourselves to others, we can take steps to use these platforms in a way that supports, rather than undermines, our mental well-being. For example, researchers at the University of Pennsylvania found a significant link between time spent on social media and increased feelings of loneliness and depression. Moreover, a study from Stanford University highlighted the comparison trap of social media. The research indicated that individuals tend to compare their behind-the-scenes lives with others' highlight reels presented on social media, leading to feelings of inadequacy and decreased self-esteem. Consider setting limits on your social media use, engaging in activities that foster real-life connections, and remembering that what we see online is often a curated version of reality, not the whole picture. Creative outlet. Finding a creative outlet is a fun and effective way to express emotions and reduce stress. It can be anything that allows you to channel your creativity: painting, writing, cooking, or even gardening. These activities can provide a sense of accomplishment and a break from the routine of daily life. Embrace your creativity, as it can be a very efficient refuge, especially these days when every tool that can support creativity of any kind is out there. Mindful moments. Mindfulness is all about living in the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets from the past. Taking time each day to focus on the now through meditation, deep breathing, or simply enjoying a quiet moment can reduce stress and increase feelings of happiness and tranquility. A critical study from Harvard University discovered that mindfulness meditation can actually change the structure of the brain. Participants who practiced mindfulness meditation for about 30 minutes a day for 8 weeks had an increase in the volume of gray matter in the hippocampus, an area important for learning, memory, and emotion regulation. Before going forward, let me take a moment to thank all our subscribers for trusting us, and also give our special thanks to the ones that are supporting the making of this content. The step between failure and success. What if I told you that every single one of the successful people you see out there have one trait in common? This is the one thing that separates success from failure, the one thing that some people can't understand and still wonder why they can't succeed. Please listen carefully and think about this one, because not recognizing the truth I am about to give you is the core, the starting point of all perpetual failures. Successful people in each and every profession out there have one trait that separates them from the people that fail and give up. That is their capacity of belief, the belief in their ideas, in their work, in themselves, and ultimately their success, no matter how far and unreachable it seems. Successful people and the failed ones have the same starting point. They both can fail and fail and fail again. The difference is that the successful ones don't give up, as they are fueled by the infinite power of belief. The unsuccessful eventually stop, and the failure becomes permanent, while the successful ones never stop, and all previous failures are wiped off by that one big victory, the achievement of the initial goal. Suffering is a choice. Everyone should know this. Mental pain is an inescapable aspect of the human experience, but the key lies in understanding that suffering is a choice. When confronted with emotional problems, resisting the pain will only intensify the suffering. When you allow yourself to feel the pain and not resist it, you'll be able to be at peace with the pain and learn to evolve from it. Okay, I'll say that again. When you allow yourself to feel the pain and not resist it, you'll be able to be at peace with the pain and learn to evolve from it. What you just heard was a free therapy session. You're welcome. The ones that really care. You want to hear something crazy? After that, I'll also ask you a very important question you need to ask yourself. Most people don't care about the bad things that are happening to you. They're just happy it's not happening to them. Most people don't care if you succeed as long as you don't do it better than they do. Most people don't care how bright your light shines as long as it doesn't outshine theirs. So ask yourself this one question. When is the last time someone called you without needing anything from you and said, "Hey man, I heard this happened to you," or "Hey man, I didn't see you at work today. I just want to check in on you and make sure everything's good"? So when was the last time someone called you and didn't need a thing from you? Most people don't care about the things that are happening in your life. Most people are selfish and only care about themselves. They'll celebrate you more in your death than they ever will while you're alive. This is a fact. Do what you see fit with this life truth, but when you come across someone that genuinely cares, hold on to them. Siegel's Law. This will completely explain why most people are feeling so lost now, why they're not sure of anything or what they should do. If you're in this situation, listen closely, as this will clear it up and you'll be able to get out of it. This is about Siegel's Law that says, "A man with a watch knows the time, a man with two watches is never sure." This essentially means that back in the day, societies followed a single narrative because of the limited information and the limited ways of propagating the information. They were following a single narrative because that was the only thing they knew. But now we have access to so much information from so many sources, a lot of data, a lot of options, and we're constantly struggling in choosing the information that's trustable. This is basically the paradox of abundance, meaning that when we're overwhelmed with choices, we get into a paralyzed state of mind. If you Google, "Is coffee good for you?" you'll get a lot of articles that state how coffee can save and prolong your life. But if you Google, "Is coffee bad for you?" you'll also get a lot of articles that will point out how coffee can be bad for your health. Also, you're constantly seeing all the different people, lifestyles, and jobs on social media, and you're always comparing yourself to them. Then, when things get a bit tough in your own life, you're assuming that everyone else is doing way better. People have way too many watches and nobody knows the exact time anymore. The critics. If you gain a bit of weight, people will say you eat too much. But if you lose weight, people will say you're sick. If you're serious and focused on your goals, people will say you're boring. But if you're joyful, funny, and enjoy every second without too much worry, people will say you're immature. If you're direct and say what you think in order to distance yourself from hypocrisy, people will say you lack education and social skills. But if you're reserved, embrace diplomacy, and tackle some situations with tact, people will say you're faking it. The moment you're starting to be successful, people that can't grow with you at the same rate will say you're arrogant. But if you're having a bad time and you're taking things slower for a while, people will say you're lazy, that you're wasting your life. Listen to me closely. No matter what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, there will always be people that will criticize you. So as long as you don't hurt others or interfere with their freedom, you're better off doing what makes you happy. The only thing that counts is what you think about yourself, not what others think they know about you. The good times. Maybe now you're in that stage of your life when you have the urge to be liked by everyone, to please them, to look good in the eyes of strangers, to belong. It's like a never-ending roller coaster of trying to be admired. But do not worry, at one point you'll arrive into a period where you'll become your first priority, whether people like you or not. You won't care what they think or what they say about you. This is because you'll know how much you have done in silence, and you'll know yourself well enough to be proud and confident of who you've become, disregarding anyone's opinion. In this period, you'll find your peace and will enjoy every second for you and with your loved ones, not for others and with some strangers. The bad protector. You have so many ideas. You know you are capable of doing so many amazing things. You feel that you are way more than your current situation, but there's something that's keeping you from achieving and evolving to your true self. Let me tell you what is the problem, and also the solution for it in most cases. This stops so many people with great potential to fulfill their goals and leads them to a life with a perpetual sense of unhappiness, unfulfillment, and not belonging. It's very likely that you have a problem in actually completing things that matter, and this is because you have a part of you that is worried you're going to fail. That part of you is trying to protect you by stopping you finishing it, because if you don't finish it, you cannot fail. So next time when you're wondering if you should finish something or postponing something you know you should do, think about that. Tell yourself that yes, I am going to complete that, and ignore your comfort zone protection. This is because when you complete things, you move the energy in your life and you can get over to the next thing you want to do, while each of your completed goal, big or small, will compound. And at one point, you'll realize that you are where you want to be, and that feeling of unfulfillment is completely gone. Remember, if you try and fail, you're amazing. Most people don't even try. The change. If you're very self-aware, but also stuck in life, collecting all the information about yourself, yet nothing seems to change, I want to help you understand what happens in your brain and empower you to fix that. For a very long time, psychology and neurology had no idea why people change. No one had any idea of what's going on, why some people experience miraculous changes. But now science knows what's happening in your brain when change happens, and also when change doesn't happen. When you are harshly critical to yourself, your nervous system experiences that the same way it experiences a threat in the environment. And when your nervous system experiences a threat in the environment, it locks up and it doubles down on everything that it has used up until this point to get you to survive. The tragic irony is that from the nervous system perspective, the more you criticize yourself, the more you're creating a threat, the more likely it is that you will continue with the same pattern you're criticizing. Now, since neurologic science and human psychology have evolved, it is very clear that in order to create change, you need to practice genuine warmth and kindness to yourself. The people who practice genuine self-kindness that is paired with action and determination are the people who evolve the most. They are the successful people you see out there. So, this may be the time to treat yourself more kindly and let your nervous system understand that you're a winner. Complete success. What if I told you that the next minute will change your outlook on life? And after you see this short video, the problems and challenges you face will never seem so unbearable. There's a huge misunderstanding where people think all they want is complete success, but not realizing that if they had complete success, life would be empty. Sure, it's important to have peace of mind, to be able to not stress about the next grocery run or that the rent is due. But there's a long way from peace of mind to complete success that is the goal of so many. For example, let's say you're playing golf and every time you swing the club, you'll get a hole-in-one. It will become boring and it isn't a game anymore. Also, remember when you were in an elevator as a kid and you were trying to reach the button and you couldn't? Your father picked you up to press the button and that felt so amazing, such an achievement. Once you can do it all the time, it's no longer meaningful. Once you truly understand that trying is the whole thing, that the contrast of life is making it worth living, you will enjoy it fully. Before going forward, let me take a second and invite you to give a like to this video. It helps us a lot. The power of now. Here's a principle that will unlock the power of presence and ground you deeply by the time this video ends. This wisdom comes from Eckhart Tolle, and it's called the power of now. The more you focus on the future, the more the present slips through your fingers. Consider this: the more you obsess over what's next, the less you savor what's now. In the pursuit of mindfulness, the more you worry about the potential of tomorrow, the less you engage with the opportunities of today, because you're clouded by the what-ifs. And let's talk about joy. The more you fixate on seeking happiness elsewhere, the more you overlook the joy that's right in front of you. You're missing the beauty of life, my friends. Do you think being present means disengaging from ambition? You're mistaken. The essence of true presence is undivided attention, and that attention isn't on the past or the future. It's right here, right now. It's an unwavering focus that you're exactly where you need to be, that this moment holds everything you require. So here's the key to truly living. Stop looking, start seeing. Be here now and witness how the richness of life unfolds before you. The Dream Crusher. How many times have you felt the constant sensation that you're capable of more, yet something is holding you back? By the end of this video, you're gonna have a wake-up call that might just kickstart your journey to what you can actually do, to unleash that huge potential you know you have. This pearl of wisdom comes straight from the wise mind of psychologist Abraham Maslow, who said, "We've got two choices every moment. Step forward into growth or step back into safety." Think about it. In the gym, you don't get ripped by doing the same old, same old. You gotta push past the pain, smash through your limits. You think comfort is your buddy, that it's shielding you from stress, from failing? You're wrong, my friends. The true opponent of success isn't failure, it's comfort. That sneaky little voice that says good enough is okay. So here's the powerful advice. Real growth demands discomfort. This discomfort isn't about being unhappy or dissatisfied. It's about the willingness to stretch, to explore the unfamiliar, to embrace uncertainty because you believe in your ability to learn, adapt, and excel. So stop lounging in comfort. Start flexing for growth. Get out of your cushy zone and let the magic of transformation bring you the success you're hungry for. 2 lives. Every single one of us is caught between 2 lives, the one we've just been living and the one we have yet to create for ourselves. So if you feel that you're in that in-between space, you're uncertain, you're not sure where you're headed, but you just feel the calling to step into that gap between what was and what will be, think about it like crossing a bridge. You don't have to know exactly where this is going to go. You don't have to have the answers, but as you are in this moment of transition, you can come alive. You can find peace knowing that one of the most important experiences that you'll have as a human being is the experience of coming alive as you walk toward what's meant for you next. Intentional action. This wisdom comes from a psychologist named James Prochaska and his groundbreaking trans-theoretical model of behavior change. It's a simple rule, but it turns everything upside down. Act like the person you want to become to make that dream a reality. Picture this. You want to be a writer? Don't sit around waiting for inspiration. Get up, grab a pen, and start writing right now. Suppose you're sitting there thinking about how to make it big as an entrepreneur. Stop thinking and start doing. Even if it's as small as selling lemonade on your front lawn or vintage clothes on eBay, take that first step. So here's the secret sauce to becoming who you want to be. Intentional action. You don't just think about becoming better, you live it, you breathe it, every single day. Every action you take speaks volumes to your brain. And your brain, it's smart, it listens, it starts to reshape your identity based on those actions. Your action plan is this. Act first, become next. Start behaving like your future self and watch as you slowly morph into that person. Trust me, your brain is the best ally you have in this process. It picks up on your actions and adjusts accordingly. So stop dreaming about your future and start living it. Training your ego. The happiest people I've ever met are people who don't really take things seriously. We tend to take things personally and seriously because of our pride, fears, and egos, because these trigger the insecurities inside us. But let me ask you this, is it worth it? Is it worth it to feel that way? Feeling down? Feeling so frustrated just because somebody launched at you? Somebody made a joke out of you? It bothers you because you care, so stop taking things personally and so seriously. Just be playful with it. Life can be much more joyful when you don't take things seriously. Let go of your pride, let go of your fear, let go of your insecurities. If you can take things in the right way, what happened doesn't really matter anymore. Planning versus action. If you're the one that has tons of ideas, a lot of motivation, making a bunch of plans, but despite all this, nothing seems to stick, you'd want to watch this until the end. You will understand why action is often more important than planning. Leonardo da Vinci, the Renaissance polymath who is often considered the greatest genius of humankind, said, "Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Being willing is not enough. We must do." Take this as an example. If you're learning to cook a new dish, you could read every recipe, watch every cooking show, and draw up detailed shopping lists. But without getting your hands dirty in the kitchen, testing and tasting, you won't become a better cook. Similarly, in the realm of startups, countless entrepreneurs spend years refining their business plan, only to be overtaken by those who dove in and adjusted as they went. Many people preach, plan your work and work your plan. This sounds sensible, but doesn't really tell the whole story. While planning is essential, becoming engrossed in creating the perfect plan can lead to inaction, preventing us from achieving our goals. The true catalyst for achievement is proactive action. This doesn't discard planning, but emphasizes the need for forward momentum, using lessons from action to refine our plans. Embrace proactive action and marvel as progress and accomplishments begin to become your new reality. The reality check. You want to hear something that's fucked up? Here it is. Right now, you're on Earth, and Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour. It's gravitating around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour in a galaxy that travels at 1.3 million miles an hour. Our galaxy is inside a universe that is 93 billion light years wide, just because that's the farthest edge we can see. And you're still worried about what other people think about you, and that's holding you back from the one life you get to live. That's really fucked up, don't you think? Handcuffs of the past. A pretty smart guy named Sigmund Freud said, "Our past forms our present, but it should not handcuff us." Imagine driving a car looking only in the rearview mirror. You'll crash because you're focused on where you've been, not where you're going. In relationships, dwelling on past hurt only cultivates bitterness. When it comes to career, being stuck in past achievements or failures can blind you from current opportunities. People often believe that the past dictates the present, but this is a failure of reason. Yes, the past shapes us, but it doesn't write our present narrative. The core of moving forward positively is acceptance. Not passive surrender, but active acceptance of what has been. Acknowledge your past, but don't let it steer your present. Embrace acceptance and watch as the grip of the past loosens, making way for a thriving present. The magic ratio. It takes 3 positive thoughts to combat 1 negative thought. On average, we have between 12 to 60,000 thoughts every day, and about 85% of those daily thoughts are negative. This was coined by esteemed psychology professor Barbara Fredrickson. She suggests that we must have 3 positive emotions for every negative emotion in order to thrive, calling it the magic ratio. It takes some hard work to be able to be close to this magic ratio, but it's totally worth it. With each positive thought, you stitch resilience into the fabric of your being, unraveling the threads of negativity. You'll gain the power to thrive, painting your life with vibrant hues of joy. The power of assumption. Everyone is you, pushed out. This works every single time and will change your life. The concept comes from Neville Goddard, and it means that each and every person you're interacting with is reflecting back an aspect of yourself. More specifically, everyone you know is acting out a role you've assigned them based on your assumptions and beliefs. As example, if you have the belief that other people will consider you weird, awkward, or boring, you will experience people treating you like you're weird, awkward, and boring. But here's the great thing about it. The opposite is also true. If you have the strong belief and affirm to yourself that you're magnetic, attractive, and fun to be around, according to the law of assumption and this concept, people will treat you like you're attractive and fun to be around. Knowing that science proved that everything is energy and there's no doubt about it, this is how you can manipulate energy to become magnetic and irresistible to anyone and anything around you. Victim consciousness. Let me share a priceless piece of knowledge that comes directly from Joe Dispenza, the renowned neuroscientist and epigenetics researcher, doctor, and best-selling author. Don't miss this, as it will certainly impact your life, and it's immensely important for your well-being. If you understand and apply this, I promise you things will get better, disregarding your current situation. Nobody changes until they change their energy. And when you change your energy, you change your life. Don't expect anything in your life to change if your environment is controlling your feelings and thoughts. And if your environment is controlling how you feel and think, when you're feeling down that someone upset you, what you're really saying is that person is controlling your feelings and thoughts, and that means you're a victim of your environment. So, to turn that around and to realize that your feelings and thoughts create your environment, and you start seeing the effects of you at cause, you're going to react less to the people in your life because you're going to understand that you'll be back to the victim consciousness. When you start seeing that you're creating outcomes in your life, you're going to believe that you're the creator of your life and less the victim of it. And the more you practice it, the better you become at it. 25 years from now. Listen very closely. 25 years from now, you'd give anything to be this exact age, exactly this healthy, back to this moment. Be smart, enjoy it now. Do everything in your power to avoid one awful feeling: regret. The opinions of others. By the time we're done here, you're going to have a whole new outlook on life. This truly changed my life once I've deeply realized others' opinions mean nothing, and they kept me from doing so much. The great humorist and writer Mark Twain said, "Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to pause and reflect." Take this, for instance. The more you try to please others, the more you lose yourself. It's like a game of musical chairs. You're always trying to find a spot, but the music never stops. In relationships, if you're always morphing yourself to fit your partner's ideals, you're likely to wake up one day and not recognize the face in the mirror, or worse, their Netflix profile. Do you think maintaining peace is all about conformity and fitting in? You couldn't be more mistaken. True harmony lies in authenticity, and that authenticity comes from you. It's an unshakable belief that your thoughts, feelings, and aspirations are valid irrespective of what the world dictates. So here's a nugget of wisdom to carry with you. Stop pleasing, start living. Trust in your authenticity and watch as you reclaim your time, energy, and most importantly, self-respect. Start your real growth. You'll truly grow when you realize you don't want to be around stress, drama, or conflict anymore. You're starting to choose calm over chaos, distance over disrespect, debate over gossip, kindness over spite. You grow when the choices become clear, prioritizing your peace, mental health, and happiness, no matter what, over anything and everything. Calm over disrespect. You know what's a different type of growth? Let me drop some real talk that most don't register, but if you do, it will instantly make you stronger. We all know this one truth. You can't control how others treat you. People are going to do what they're going to do. But your reaction, that's all on you. That's your power. Being able to stay calm when you feel disrespected, that's the real power move. When you realize that you have no control over how you are treated, but you're in full control of how you react. So the next time you feel that sting of disrespect, that prick of unfairness, remember this. You're in the driver's seat. You're running this show. Let them talk. Let them act. The law of confidence. Philosopher Alan Watts calls this the backwards law. The more you try, the further away you are. As example, the more you try to float, the more you sink. In dating, the harder you chase after someone, the faster they run the other way, because they're picking up on your desperation. And let's not even get started on money. The more you stress and worry about not having it, the more you're digging yourself into this black hole of scarcity mentality. You're closing your own doors, my friends. You think confidence is about cockiness or arrogance? You're far from the truth. The real heart and soul of confidence are intense trust. And that trust ain't in anybody else. It's in you. It's a deep-seated belief that you're a rock star, a game changer, that you've got the goods to make stuff happen. So here's the secret to more confidence. Stop trying, start trusting. Trust yourself and watch the confidence and achievements start to flood in. Don't tell. Don't tell your dreams to everyone. Your dreams will attract your enemies and haters. The smell of your potential success is irresistible to them. Work in silence. Do what you have to do to achieve each of your dreams without blowing any horns and whistles. Surprise the ones that love seeing you struggle in mediocrity, as being underestimated is always a valuable advantage. the spotlight effect. I've got a game changer for you, all grounded in science, no bullshit. When things get tough, our brains have this nasty habit of only spotting the negative. It's called the spotlight effect. It's like a magnifying glass for your problems, sucking your energy dry. It amplifies all the wrong stuff, leaving you feeling beat down, worn out. So, here's the answer to counter this with relative ease. Add one thing you absolutely adore to your day-to-day. Something that lifts you up, that makes you feel good. Maybe it's chilling with a good friend, going on a nice relaxing drive, enrolling in that yoga class, or getting back into running. Add that one thing you know that always makes you feel good. Throwing in that positive element changes the game. You'll see. It's time to stop just surviving and start thriving. Give it a shot if you're truly serious about your well-being. Talking too much. Here's a rule that will boost your charisma and gain a significant edge in any social situation. A lot of our human communication is nonverbal. We sense, we feel something from you, and it communicates. We have an impression. By talking too much in any kind of situation, you make people inadvertently smell weakness on you. People who talk a lot generally give an impression of like they don't know how to control themselves, whereas people who kind of say less, that speak in riddles almost, gives off an impression of power, as if they know more than they actually do. The game of power has a lot to do with appearances. Some of the most powerful people in history, kings, presidents, CEOs, inevitably had that quality when they knew how to control their tongue. Let the power of your silence echo louder than your words and define your strength in the relentless game of life. Better every day. Here's the secret of achieving anything. At the end of every day, look in the mirror and ask yourself, did I do better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years, how much better you're going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. It's just about taking small steps. You don't need to try to get it all done in 1 day, in 1 week, or in 1 year. The process of getting better every day and doing that for a longer period creates the masterpiece you can certainly become. Start tomorrow for just 30 days and come back to let me know how it's going. After that, I'm sure you'll never stop. True confidence. This is how you will easily understand and apply true confidence. Try it and you can become unstoppable. At the heart of confidence is action. It's the willingness to try. All you need is to know that if you try, you're not going to die. You're just going to learn something. And when you learn something, it removes a little bit of the insecurity so that it makes it slightly easier to try again. This will create a cascade effect with small incremental confidence boosts that will eventually make you unstoppable. The Rule of 100. The Rule of 100 states that if you spend 100 hours in a year, which is about 16 minutes a day, in any discipline you want to be better in, like fitness, doing yoga and meditation, playing piano, or mastering communication skills, whatever you wish for, anything. If you spend those 16 minutes a day, 100 hours a year learning or practicing that thing, you'll become better than 95% of all people on this planet in that discipline. You deserve those 16 minutes daily just for you, for your dreams and passions. Start today, gift yourself 16 minutes every day for a year, and I assure you that after that you'll come back here to thank me. I want to congratulate you for being here all the way to the end. This means you're acknowledging the importance of understanding our world and how it can help for our self-growth. You're the golden one, part of the people our society needs. If we brought value to your day, consider helping spreading the word with a thumbs up, sharing the video to the world, and also subscribing for future valuable knowledge we are determined to bring you.